Good morning, ladies. I am Karen. This is girlfriend chat time, and we're having. Oh, does everybody have their coffee, their tea? We are just going to have a casual conversation. Wonderful, Morrison. Thank you for joining me today. You know, I love the ladies in our community. I just have such appreciation for you and for the other women here. So I wanted to share a little bit of you with the Fave community and also talk about what the faith community is about, what it is. And I have some really exciting news. We're getting a little bit of feedback here. Um, Let me just turn off that. So we went live on Apple today.
I know. I'm so excited because I finally have it on my look.
Yes. So ladies, you can download the Fave app. It is a community app. It's a marketplaces for exclusive offers and specials, and just to treat you really super special. And so go ahead. You can type in Fave Lifestyles in the App Store, and you will find Fave with a pink heart. So that's where we're at. Or you can access it on the web at www.favelifestyles.app. Go check it out. If you are a woman in business, you can actually upload as a user. Just click the button, create a user profile, and you can add your business for free.
Yeah.
Super cool.
You're such a giver. It's the Christmas holiday spirit that you are living in right now.
Oh my gosh. Yes. And it's November with all that, everything that we're grateful for and all that kind of good stuff. And you can chat with the other members. You can go see what, you can shop for Christmas. You can shop for you, all kinds of good things. So, but wonderful. Let's chat about you. You're saying hello to us. Hello, girlfriends out there. Yes, so wonderful. You know what? So we were yesterday at a Exceptional Connections, who is also on our app, and I think 3+ women, when they went up to just introduce their businesses, said, "Yes, I just got out of wonderful Morrison's one-liner class or branding workshops, and this is my new words. You are helping women clarify, have direction, have meaningful words to describe how they are be of service to other women, and what they do. So tell everybody a little bit about you first.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me. I am super excited, number one, that it's on Apple, the app, because when I first had to, do the www dot and then I'd get in there, but now it's just like a super click. I'm kind of obsessed with it because of all the apps on your screen. It's the most attractive. Like, it always catches my eye and I think, ooh, I should look to see what's going on in there, because it's this really stark pink with a heart and a black background. So it just catches my eye every single time. So I'm so grateful that it's there. But okay, anyways, enough about the app. Just get on it, ladies.
Yeah, absolutely.
My name is Wonderful, and it is my birth name, not my stage name. And I am a business strategist and leadership coach. And I founded and started a company 4 years ago called Lead Her Academy. Actually, I'm celebrating my 4th anniversary on my birthday, which is next month, December 15th. No gifts, please, just hugs.
Sounds great.
And it's an online source for business education. And how it started off is I've been an entrepreneur my entire adult life. So that my husband and I owned and ran a business for 25 plus years, brick and mortar. So we really learned sort of the groundbreaking spaces of business, because ladies, when I started my business, Heather, you'd totally laugh at this. We started our business when computers were dial-up, where you had to wait. It'd go right, and how we received credit card payments was a knuckle buster, which So we really learned a lot of the pitfalls during that time. And then I went back to school to get a degree in business just to enhance to see if there's any more that I can give into the business. And then 4 years ago, I was lucky enough to really get on the online space, which I knew nothing about.
Mhm.
And I recognize that women entrepreneurs are the most passionate,
Mhm.
loving, giving, like all inclusive type of business owners that exists in the world today. And the unfortunate thing, though, passion isn't enough to drive business and income. And it's
Mhm.
not enough to sustain business. It's a great place to start and it's a great place to develop, but to continue creating income and to continue growing the business, people needed, business knowledge. They
Right.
need business acumen. They need to understand business. And to do a shout out to Debbie Page yesterday for the Exceptional Connections speaker. She spoke a lot about how we're in a recession and we're moving into a recession, which my other friend, Vicky Victoria Sexton over here is all about that. Um, just to be really prepared and how you formulate and structure your business really will dictate how long it survives and how long it creates in the world. So that's what I brought Leader Academy to birth for, is to help women really get their passion on the next level of growth.
Right. And so how many women, and we've had several ladies over here chit-chatting in the comments, and good to have you all there. So just wanted to clarify too before I ask one follow-up question. You can go to the Apple Store and type Fave Lifestyles, and it should come up with a pink heart, and you'll see that there. So, but wonderful. Yeah. So how many women though have this passion and they don't know how to run a business? I mean, that was me. You don't know the first thing. You don't know the first thing about marketing. You don't know the first thing about all those numbers that Paige was talking about yesterday, about the direction or the clarity, or what is even the clarity of what's that road you need to follow to actually make it a profitable business. So that's what I love with all these steps that you do. You help women walk to that next step.
I mean, I initially when I started, the hardest thing for me was taking the knowledge in my head and making it chewable, right?
Mhm.
In bite sizes, because I just have a collection of years of knowledge and being on the field as an entrepreneur. And then I have the book aspect, the academia aspect of it too, right? So I wasn't sure how to formulate. So I started off trying out a bunch of stuff like anything and everything possible. And what I've learned is that it's like, okay, here's the thing. I love like ballroom dancing. Y'all, I am so
Oh,
addicted to
yes.
Dancing with the Stars, and it's like on its 20th year. But I don't know a thing about it, right? So the instructor has to be able to walk me through step by step. And then I'm dyslexic. So if I don't see, if you're not facing, if I'm not following your exact structure, if you're facing me, I see the opposite sides.
Oh,
So you add all of that in it, and then you want to be successful, like ballroom dancer that ends up on Dancing with the Stars. You can't just do that on passion. Like
yeah.
I have a passion to dance and I want to do it, but I need very clear instructions of the steps, right? The beats, the steps, and then the music to the beat, to the steps. Because they don't really introduce music until once you've gotten it down, right? So that's literally how I had to break down how to teach business. And for me, my expertise in growing my husband and I's business was all of the back end part, like the branding and the marketing and the structure and the systems. Like that's where my brain really goes. He was really the face of the business. And now being online, I have to incorporate that together. But the truth is, ladies, without a brand, we are just really sharing passion.
Yeah, and I think some of the things too that I have learned from you isn't the brand, it's that message, having that clear,
Mhm.
consistent message. So as we're walking into this recession, this place we are now, some people tend to pull back. And so how important is that to really be showing up consistently with a consistent message right now in the next, through the end of the year into the new year?
Yeah, I think Debbie mentioned we need to be prepared for what's going to happen in 6 to 9 months, right? And then have a 12-month sort of projection to where our business is going. And the first thing I'll say is this, because we are all climbing out of isolation. So we had to put that out on the forefront, right? So my biggest advice in terms of moving that to your question in showing up is really how much capacity can you handle first? Because you want to take it in bite sizes first, right? Everybody thinks when they start a business, it's this grand thing of like, okay, in 12 months, I make $1 million. I'm going to retire my husband. I'm going to, get an RV and then live life. And really you have to take it down to first, you got to sell one service or product. Just start with one. And then duplicate whatever you did till 2, till 3. And then I'd say by the 10th sale of your service or product, then you start focusing on a brand of like, how does it function in the world? How does it get recognition? How is it an awareness? And then really build that message out to be clear and effective. Because the thing is, ladies, another thing on the other side of the coin, there's 8 billion people and every industry has at least 500,000 people in it actively. So if you're saying the same thing that everybody else is saying that's in your industry, nobody really hears you.
Right.
So it's this balancing act of how much energy do you put out into the world to create visibility? And then how much energy do you hold to yourself to do the self-care? Because it can't be imbalanced. I would have never survived years and years of business owning and entrepreneurship and raising 3 kids and having, the whole thing if you didn't really navigate the balance. So by the way, shout out, I'm doing a goal setting workshop for all of my Fave sisters on the 27th. And that's where we have to start the goal in understanding first, what's our capacity as an entrepreneur? What's our resources? And then what is our budget? And then we move forward and go, okay, I think the goal could be maybe doubling what I made last year. Don't go straight to like tripling and quadrupling, because could you really handle all the work that it takes to do that?
Yes. So I love that. That was going to be my question. What are the next steps to be looking at? So let's just go over that again. So create that goal and you can pop into your workshop for all the Fave ladies. 7th, and what time is that at? We'll put the
10 a.m. So it's 10 a.m. on the 27th of December. And it's really just to help you gauge what 2023 will look like.
Right. That's a great place. We here at Fave in our business chats, that's one of the things that we do is focus. What's that one main focus? So that is a great place to start. And I love how you have those other steps and to go from there. Oh my gosh, this is just going to be so, when you take those little bite size, it just makes it so more doable, especially as an entrepreneur, because we do have a lot of life going on. We've got kids. And all that good stuff.
And friends, the whole thing.
Yes, absolutely. So that is a great tip. Walking into, we are going to be so prepared in a light and breezy way, because we're just going to take little bite-sized pieces. So wonderful. You have been in our community for a while, and so many of the ladies have tapped into your workshops, getting clarity. Oh my gosh, they are just doing amazing things. So tell me a little bit about your experience here at Fave. What can you share with the other ladies who maybe are not part of our business society? And what is some of your favorite things that you've enjoyed here?
I gotta take it down a notch, because I just want to scream out to the world, like, join. And first, let me share some credibility with you. we built our initial 20-year business, highly successful, profitable business. I never networked ever. Never been to a networking thing, not a thing, right? So, but if I knew now, if I knew then what I know now, or what I know now, I knew then, I would have joined a similar community like Fave, because entrepreneurship is isolating. It can be isolating because you're in it every day. You're working in and on your business on a regular basis, depending on what stage of business you're in, right? And you sometimes you just need to be around women who don't need to fix things, but you can vent. And I'm not saying my husband was not a good venter, but he's like ready to fix everything, right? And then I have my best friends who aren't business owners,
Mhm.
just listen and like, oh, I got you, girl. But they don't really understand the intricacies of business life. And that's really what I found at Fave, is a space of collaborative, like-minded women who have tasted the same levels of success and want to impact the world at an even greater level, because now we're smarter and more mature and we have more money. So and that, I think, is the most refreshing space ever, because when I was looking for spaces to exist when I started this online business, I did not think it would be that hard.
Oh,
I didn't think it would be so hard to find like-minded. It's online space, right? There's a bunch of mom groups. There's a bunch of these groups I would join in, and some were lackluster, some were way too much. And I just didn't find that balance of, I want to participate in a way where I can, for my capacity for being an entrepreneur and self-care, but also not be judged because I didn't show up every single week, kind of thing. So I really needed space where I could just be me and other people were the same, where we're all just doing our same thing and we meet every week just to say hi, or we don't, but we still are able to give each other kudos online. And not, oh, where have you been? What are you doing? I haven't seen you in forever. I'm
yeah.
like, back up.
Yeah, it's nice to be in a space of, and we call it the no judgment zone.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
just show up, and we're here to help you be consistent in showing up, but it's really up to you. So whether it's one time a month or whatever that looks like, whatever your consistency pattern is, that's where
Mhm.
we love to celebrate women. So what's one of the things that the most, maybe an unexpected perk that you have gotten here, being part of our community?
Friendships. Because
Oh,
I'm in my late 40s, and like some of you ladies out there possibly have been burned in some friendships, and I'm just done. I'm like, you know what? I have my 5 friends. I'm good.
mhm.
I am good. Don't need to do that. And the biggest surprise is how many friendships and the depth of the friendships that I've created,
Mhm.
where we don't just support each other in business, but we'll support each other in whatever other things they're doing. Like, I'm going to Mary's play that she's putting on together, things that actual friends do for each other. And I think that's the piece that really has been, every single penny paid into Fave is worth, because of the lifelong friendships, the depth of the friendships, and just the collaborative space of that friendship. It's not too much, it's not too little, it's just the perfect amount of togetherness and relatability. And so that's the most fabulous, I think, surprise and fabulous and amazing part
Yes.
of Fave.
Well, isn't that just touches my heart, because it is. It's just having these wonderful, and like you said, like-minded women who
Mhm.
are moving forward in a similar space. And so we
Yes.
all it's like we're gathering around a purpose. Women, that's
Yes.
the best, that our best comes out when we have a purpose driving us and
Yeah.
we're all moving forward together. So I just love that. Thank you. Wonderful. So what has it done for your business being here? What are some other perks?
And like everybody, there are days I also want to be like, closing the doors today, never coming back, right?
There
And
are
I think
days.
what Fave provides me is, I want to be really clear. I didn't initially join thinking like, ooh, I'm going to get all kinds of clients because there's all these women that are in my ideal target market, blah, blah, blah. I was really just looking for a space to feel included and
Right. Belong.
tribal, right? Belong. Yes, that's a good word, to belong in just as I am. And through all of the experiences of that, it's been so nice to have people reach out to me, and I'm not selling. It's weird because I'm not selling. People just want to like, hey, wonderful. I'm thinking about doing this. What do you think? And I'll be like, oh, well, I have a program for that. Would you? It just becomes this kind of like, sure, you've got value. I'll pay for your, it's the same thing. So there's other women that I hire out for in the group. So it's like this very cohesive space of non-selling, but selling.
Right. And wonderful. I think what the word that comes to me when you are, around this piece is the value. Because as
Yes.
you're speaking in our biz chats, which we meet weekly, you are talking about like what you have this goal setting on the 27th. And we're like, oh my gosh, I need that. That because you're bringing value, you showing up is bringing value to us.
And think about it. As an entrepreneur, we all want to feel like what we have to offer helps someone.
Yes.
Right? On top of getting paid, that's like very secondary, right? Like I feel like if I didn't have to pay mortgage, y'all, I would do everything I do for free because I just love it so much. And it's so nice to know that I'm helping someone else. And that's what it's done for my business, because it's not this hard sell of like, yeah, you really need me. But then when they come in and then they get done with the program and we talk about it, and then everybody shares what they've learned with this person and what they've grown from this person, and you genuinely want to support each other. So I think that is the most helpful piece of running a business, because like, again, 20 years prior to, we did it the hard way, right?
Mm-hmm.
We learned how to build an empire of financial wealth the way that you see out in the world and in media. It's not really been done like this.
No, we call it Fave style. And it's light and it's breezy because we're just coming in as ourselves with with bringing value of our services. And like you said, helping other women. And these women are just so grateful. And they're like, oh, yes. And I see Heather Ross over here in our comments. And it's like they were talking about, well, we do animated graphics. And everybody's like, I'm overwhelmed with social media. Can you help me out?
Yeah. And that's why I'm like telling everybody, trust me, you want to join, because I think that most entrepreneurs, especially when you're new in it, has an assumption that it's like, oh, well, I don't have everything together. It's not all perfect. And I don't know, these women are probably super accomplished. Okay, but we have a smorgasbord of that, but it's really not even about that. It's when you have something to offer that we need. We're not like, oh, send me your degree. It's really, wow, I want to check it out. Then when we are being helped in the arena that we're struggling in through a person in the Fave lifestyle, right? It just becomes a thing. Then it's like, oh my gosh, yeah, she's amazing. She's amazing. No, she's amazing. She's amazing. It turns into this like we can't stop talking about each other.
Oh my gosh. And just coming together and having that space, that safe space to just be. I mean, you can show up in your PJs if you want in our biz chats or with your coffee. And we just really talk about what's our one main focus, can we celebrate, and how can we support you? Because maybe you're doing a launch and you need some resources. We are resource rich with, in every aspect of your business.
Absolutely. And ladies, I've shown up to those calls on the elliptical, like sweating. So if you don't have any excuses, I'll be like on the elliptical, and then I'll pause when it's my turn to talk. So I think that's the beauty of this community. And first of all, I just want to shout out to Karen, because I think you've done an extraordinary job of ensuring keeping the space safe for us by vetting the people who want in. Not that they have to have the secret password or anything, but really keeping in mind, as more and more people want to join the community, keeping in mind what the community is already and how we are already our own nurture bubble. And you don't want to disrupt that, right? You don't want to disrupt our the way that we already exist in it. And I think that that's beautiful, because in a business sense, that doesn't make sense, ladies. It doesn't, because it would be more beneficial for Karen to bring in as many people as possible financially. However, she cares more about the community and the essence of what we are. So she keeps that in mind. And so she grows her business at her pace based on what the community needs. That's a special extra care that I think is worth even more than anything else that is in there, is because then you really do go into a safe space.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that. I am very protective over our community of women, because I want you to have a great experience. I want you to feel very special here. And that's very important to me. So thank you for saying that. So any last little tip or tidbit you would like to leave with the ladies, or the inspiration?
Here is the thing. I just want to just ride the coattail of Debbie's talk yesterday in terms of, we really do, and not to be scaring anybody, we really do need to prepare our businesses for the next 6 to 9 months, because there is a thing called a recession happening. And, we just had an election going on last night type of thing. So there are external things that are affecting our businesses, and you need to be prepared for that. And marketing is what drives sales. So I just want to put in your ear, a bug in your ear, that I'm here to help you clarify your message, right? So you can be seen, and clarify a structured, actually applicable marketing plan, which will have you be heard. And then to really set forth that what you have to offer is what people really need. It's not I don't want to bug them. No. People out there are suffering, and they need what you have. So to be remembered, you need to be remembered, you need to be seen, and you need to be heard. There's way too much chatter in the world, and there's way too many people suffering. So you got to get in the crack of that.
Yes.
Right? And that's what I'm here to help.
Awesome. And yes, so we'll take advantage of that, that workshop on the 27th. And ladies, here's your first step. You can go for free, download the Fave app, and put your name and your photo. How easy is that? And put your business there. It's free. You'll be showing up every day. You know what? We have already had over 1,000+ page views on our app. And we've only been live. We were live on Android last week. We went live on Apple today. And so women are already there showing up and shopping and looking and seeing what's there. What an easy way. And if you want to become a business society member, we have several different options for you. I mean, the pricing starts at a latte, a tall mocha a week. So, to show up, and we'll show up for you, because we take your information, we put it on the app. It's done for you to your ideal clients. Easy breezy, girlfriends.
And like Heather says on here, she goes, join the community and end your suffering. That is so true.
Yes, have some fun with us. You know what? We laugh. We have fun. It doesn't have to be so heavy. Take off the overwhelm, and because we've got all the ladies here to help you build your business. So anyway, ladies, we've been fun, wonderful. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
Yes, we will see you next time, ladies, on Girlfriend.
Bye. Thank you.